Joining me now from San Diego, California, candidate for California's 50th Congressional District, DeMaio. Carl, I guess if you live in California, you have to pick your battles. But this is one about economic liberty. This is one about the free markets. But then again, just this last week, we've seen an attack out of California on charter public schools. We've seen an attack on the Trump administration regarding immigration policy. So it's pick your battle when you're someone like yourself running for Congress.
Yeah, I almost feel like I'm playing the game of whack-a-mole. Every time you turn around, the socialists in Sacramento have another crazy idea to raise taxes, impose mandates, infringe on our freedoms. And so we have to lead the fight in California, not only to take back our state, but for folks who live outside of California, you should be interested in the fight in California because we are the freedom fighters behind enemy lines. And we need to tie up these socialists in the state of California because these ideas, if left unchallenged in the Golden State, they'll be coming to your state house real soon. So we are leading the fight in California to take back this state, and we are hoping people from across the country will support us every step of the way.
That's right. And let's face it, California sneezes sometimes, the rest of the country gets that same cold. So yeah. The rest of the country, the 49 other states can look back and say, it's just California, but they're wrong. And so you have a choice in California. It's fight or flight, right? We've seen millions of people, well, that's probably an exaggeration, but over years, probably millions of people leaving the state. Certainly in the recent years, we've seen thousands of people, thousands of companies, by the way, leaving the state. You're choosing to fight. And one of the fights that's going to be brewing in Congress in less than probably a week when they return after their 6-week vacation is the knee-jerk reaction following these mass shootings. And of course, what we're hearing right now is all these attacks on the Second Amendment. We're hearing, further background checks at the federal level. We're hearing about, of course, a so-called assault weapon ban. We're hearing about red flag laws, which are a total disaster and a total attack on the Bill of Rights. But you have a plan out there that would address this unfortunate reality that we have mass shootings once in a while from a constitutional perspective.
That's right, and I think that we've got Republicans that are not effective advocates for the Second Amendment, and by offering a proactive plan for improving safety, my hope is that I'll show other Republicans exactly how do you fight on behalf of our Second Amendment rights.
Right, they turn into shrinking violets, Carl.
They do, and they accept the terms of debate from the liberal media and the Democrats by basically allowing gun control advocates and the media to label them as wanting people to die if you don't agree with their radical gun control agenda. So let me just set it very clear up front. We want to save lives. If you're for the Second Amendment, you're for saving lives. So let's make it perfectly clear. No one has a monopoly on wanting to save lives. We just believe that the way you save lives is by exercising your Second Amendment right to self-defense. The best way to stop an evildoer or a deranged lunatic with a gun is to get a hero right in front of them with a weapon, with a gun, with some other tool. And so your Second Amendment rights are the way that you will save lives.
Okay, hold it there for a minute, Carl. I want to get up a graphic again. We put it up there briefly. I want to see it again here. It's your 5-point plan.
This is the Let's Roll plan.
Right, Let's Roll. Schools to teach self-defense, Second Amendment principles.
Yep.
National Concealed Carry Permit Program.
Yep.
Improve existing background checks. Reserve Corps at schools. I love that one. And monetary rewards for taking down an active shooter. National Concealed Carry. Real quick. What's that all about?
We've got a series of states that do not allow for concealed carry, and the rules and regulations are so convoluted and conflicting that you could get a concealed carry permit, for example, in Michigan, but it not be honored in a multitude of other states. In California, it's almost impossible to get a concealed carry permit. And so what we would create is a national concealed carry permit program so that if you live in the Socialist Republic of California where they don't appreciate the Second Amendment, you can bypass the state rules and go and get a national concealed carry permit, which would have to be honored in all 50 states.
And teaching the Second Amendment in school, it's a no-brainer. Should be part of the Bill of Rights. Should be part of teaching the United States Constitution. That needs to be done. And this Reserve Corps, in other words, people protecting the children on campus, is a wonderful idea. I would assume they're going to be armed. And this would be a de facto getting rid of gun-free zones. which are killing fields.
Right. Look, there's a reason why these deranged lunatics don't attack a police substation. They know they won't get very far. And so if we start sending the message that a lunatic or a crazed evildoer is going to get stopped dead in their tracks when they attack a school, a church, a movie theater, or any other place, they will think twice. And that's what we have to do. Embracing the Second Amendment is the best path to saving lives. And there's nothing to be ashamed of, Republicans.
No.
Stop cowering on the Second Amendment. Be bold, be proud of defending personal freedom, starting with defending the Second Amendment.
Be bold, like possibly even proffering the idea of repealing the law that created gun-free zones in all schools across the country, which essentially turns them into killing fields. Carl, I'm out of time real quick.
Real quick,
your
my
website?
Website is carldemeio.com, CarlDemeaio.com. Join the fight to stop socialism in California, dead in its tracks.
Carl, thank you. Good luck.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.